Columns, detail level. Let's take a look at this column that we've made in 3D. So how do we do that? Well, let's just go up to this little house. This is the default 3D view, and let's click on that. Now we can see right here, if we just zoom in, there's the column. You can just see the top of it because it's right embedded into the wall. Now you can click on it in 3D, you can move it, you can change its height, you can change its properties, you can delete it if you want to get rid of it, and you can also change the way that it looks sort of in a detail sense. So what we're going to do is let's change that a little bit. So I'm going to hit escape, so I'm not selecting the column anymore. And I'm going to go to this detail level. We talked about this detail level setting a little bit when it comes to walls, and walls will adjust based upon the detail level. So if the detail level is coarse, you'll just see the outer edges of the wall, no components inside. Whereas if it's medium, you'll see a lot more detail. Right now it's set to medium. Now we're looking at this in 3D, so let's try changing this to coarse. Now it's a very subtle change. Let's do this again, and I want you to keep your eye on the column. So there's medium. Let me just zoom in here. So you can see right now that the column is a rectangle. What if I were to change that to coarse? Well, now it's just a point. Well, we talked a little bit about thin lines. Let's toggle that off, see if that makes a difference. Aha, so now we can see that it's quite a thick line. Now it's still embedded in the wall. So what we're going to do, just as a test, in 3D, we're going to go to Home, Column, Structural Column, and we're just going to draw a column somewhere in free space while we're in 3D. So if I were to just click there, I'm going to hit escape twice. That takes me out of the column command. That column is just a stick. If I were to change the thin lines toggle, it's just a stick. The reason for that is to put the detail level at coarse is to simplify your model. So you're not having to look at so much geometry. Also, your video card and your Revit isn't having to develop all of that geometry so you can see it all in a graphic way. It's just a stick. And that can help you when you're working with large structures. In this case, though, we actually do want to see the entire column. So if I change this detail level toggle to medium, now you can see there's the full shape of the column. So I'm going to click on that column and then just use the delete key on my keyboard and get rid of that. So that explains just a little bit on how the detail level works with the column. So we're making good progress on our model. We have some exterior walls made and in the right position. We have some interior walls also made. We have a column made. So we have really our key structural components to our building.